Nerves of Steel is a really important episode of Arthur because it has a really important message in. Most Arthur episodes do, but this one more than most definitely says that if you do this wrong thing, it's going to really eat you up, so just don't bother doing it. It's the second segment of the fifth episode of Arthur, and everybody's after these cyber toys. They're basically little robots that are quite clever, and certainly for the time when this came out in the late 90s, I believe, early 90s. Obviously, technological toys were becoming all of the rage, and everybody wanted them. But Arthur and Buster didn't have them because they were just really expensive. And kind of on a whim, not something he'd planned, Buster puts one of the toys in Arthur's backpack when they're at the store, and Arthur, unaware of this, leaves the store with the toy, and straight away, as soon as he's left the shop, Buster begins to panic, panicking that he'll get found out, but also panicking that Arthur will get arrested and handcuffed and taken away because of something he did. And it's all about whether or not he'll do the right thing, and if there's a way to rectify this. I'm not going to say what happens, but the message is obvious: don't steal. If you're going to steal, certainly don't frame somebody else for it, because that's even worse. And it definitely shows that it's not worth it. The thing you're trying to steal is not worth the punishment that you'll receive, especially Buster's punishment. I think it was a fair punishment, but I also think that he showed some admirable qualities and showed that sometimes there are ways to do the right thing. Ultimately, the best thing to do is just come clean, but that's not necessarily what Buster does. I thought it was really good. It's a really good episode. It definitely is in your face. It's as simple as that. If you are offended by something telling you not to steal, it's going to be in your face. But obviously, when it's something as serious as theft, then that's completely understandable. I thought it was pretty good. I think there are many of us who grew up with not the latest toys. I had a lot of toys. I had a lot of material possessions growing up, which probably did more harm than good, but I didn't have that many expensive toys, partly because I didn't care. I was more into, arts and crafts, but I was never the child to have the latest gadgets or the latest things as soon as they were out. And I never felt the lure of stealing. Not that I was ever in a shop on my own to steal anyway, but I think there is that kind of peer pressure to have the latest things, and as we see with Buster, some children just have to give in to that peer pressure because it's so severe, and they do things that they will later regret. Definitely an important episode, very well told, really enjoyable to watch. Yes, it's in your face, but I think it works very well. And Nerves of Steel is not too bad an episode, definitely one that's worth watching.